guys, so if you enjoyed today's video, please be sure to like and subscribe to the channel and also follow my socials at Instagram and Twitter. Okay, so you've mastered Rocket League in 100 hours, and at this point you're basically just watching YouTube videos because the game is literally that easy. Am I right?
What a joker.
Don't worry, your secret is safe with me. Rocket League is the type of game you can sink thousands and thousands of hours into, and still somehow get better with another 1,000 hours. The game's skill cap is endless, and that's what makes it so great. So lately I've been playing a lot of 2v2, and I'm starting to notice a trend in these matches. So I've decided to put a video together showcasing the most common mistakes I see in 2v2 matches. I'll be outlining 3 of these issues with various clips, and then at the end of each issue I will slow a clip down, giving step-by-step analysis of what that player could have done better in that specific situation. While these situations are specific, they are very common, and I guarantee you will find yourself in almost every game. So stick around and you'll be blasting through the ranks in no time. Number 1. Challenge in pairs. This is possibly one of the most annoying things that you can do in any aspect of Rocket League, and it really isn't something that you notice yourself doing. Instead, you'll blame your teammate for not saving the ball in a 2v1 situation and then proceed to spam "what a save," when really you haven't contributed to the play at all. So let's have a closer look at some of these clips. The most common theme is either one of the players diving at a 50-50 for no real reason and not realizing at all where their teammate is located on the field, and the other common theme is that the player doesn't produce a solid 50-50 on the opposition, causing them to simply walk past the player unscathed and onto the next. The majority of the time, this is unfortunately going to leave your teammate in a 2v1 situation, and we all know where it leads from there. So let's dive even deeper into this and analyze how a challenge should go for optimal results. So the most important part of this process is realizing your teammate's positioning. I approach this 50-50 knowing that I am likely to get beaten. I can see that my opposition has good control and is likely to flick me because of this. The most important part of this process is that I forced out my opposition's hit. The ball is now over my car and is going past me. However, this is not a problem because my teammate behind me was ready for this and can now capitalize on an easy clear to avoid getting scored on. While it isn't the best clear, this is why you should always challenge in pairs. Okay, so on to step number 2. Don't double commit. Okay, so I know this one has probably been covered a lot, but it really is one of the most common issues in 2v2. I know I also said that step number 1 was the most annoying, but I think this one is just the cherry on top. Double commits will generally happen in 2v2 from poor positioning and poor awareness of where your teammate is. You can imagine my sense of joy when I was able to get 2 of these clips from just the one game. So let's have a much more in-depth look at a situation and analyze where the players should have made better decisions in order to avoid a double commit and ultimately a goal. Okay, so we can see this player is approaching his own net as the last rotation because his teammate is about to attempt to clear off of his own wall. However, it is noticeable that his teammate on the wall has made himself very awkward and there is a very high chance he will miss or not get a good touch. It's at this point that the player on screen should be rotating the back post in case of this miss. However, for some reason he has decided to keep heading directly at the ball, expecting his teammate to get a huge clear and save the day. While at this point everything is still okay, the player who has just missed the ball should rotate around behind the back of the goal and let his teammate get an easy clear. However, he decides to stay and try to rectify his miss off the wall, which causes both of the players to believe that they are the rightful heirs to hitting the ball. The rest is history, and the kingdom will forever be forgotten.
When you try your best but you don't succeed.
Step 3. Always look for follow-ups. Easy, right? Well, no. This is something that has taken me a long time to get better at, and I always find myself having to focus on it in games and not just aimlessly hit the ball. What I mean by this is always try to finish your hit with a 50-50 or hit the ball to yourself for a second touch. You need to get yourself in a mind frame of how can I hit this ball so that I can get a second touch, a third touch, or even a fourth touch. Let's dive into another analysis so we can see what I'm talking about. At this point, I realize that I've absolutely smoked this guy getting to the ball. I now have more time to think about the hit rather than hitting it directly into the wall. Because of this, I aim to skim the ball on the underside so I can land on the sidewall for another touch. Now, because they didn't challenge in pairs, I am able to hit it mid to my teammate. Unfortunately, my teammate wasn't able to beat their last offender. However, I thought this was a great example of how always looking for a second touch can help secure you a victory. Okay boys and girls, that's it for today's video. Be sure to let me know down in the comments what you liked or disliked about the video, and also leave suggestions for what my next video should be about.